my place of residence.
So you were not home at that moment?
No, I had spent the nights at my mother's place because my mother didn't want to leave me alone.
What do you make of police's handling of investigations?
It's been garbage. Sorry, my language. Jayden is an 11-year-old child. I went to the police station past 7 o'clock and they took forever to write a statement with me. They kept on asking me, oh, could it not be the father? Let's try the grandfather again, let's do that. And in all that time, as I'm writing that, I'm telling you, I stay in a certain place and these people are saying that they dropped off my child at that place. Are you not supposed to? This is a child. It's not a grown person. It's not a teenager that could have run away. This is a child. He's under 13 years old and you didn't dispatch anybody.
Do you feel police have been negligent or pointing fingers at the wrong people?
Extremely negligent because we were escorted by a number of policemen to flare off, and not one of them got out of their vehicle to go and search that complex. How much time had lapsed? There's bushes behind there. How much time had lapsed and what could have been done in that time? At the back of my mind, it was always he was going to return home. It didn't hit me until I received the phone call the next day to say, come home, your child has been found.
You know, this is the sad part. The sad part is when she said on that interview, I was hoping my child is gonna come back. I was hoping my child is coming back. But if you are hoping your child is going to come back, why did you leave your place of residence and go and sleep at your mom's? If your child could have came back around 4 o'clock, okay, let's say around 9 or 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, who was going to receive her? Who was going to be there for him when he comes back? Maybe hurt, maybe okay, but just to receive that child, who was going to do that when you sleep at the grandmother's place? It still doesn't make sense. But anyway, welcome back to The Real Awakening. I am your host, Mrs. Independent, aka I'm not a lawyer, but I'm diving deep into this story that shakes us, to the core. It really shakes us to the core. And I would like to say, if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and please watch till the end and don't skip the ads. You are helping this independent platform to thrive. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a thing. Okay, let's find answers in the response of the lead IO. So Tiffany's story is falling apart faster than a house of cards in a windstorm. Let's break it down what happened, because the lead IO, Sergeant Diko, came with receipts. I'm not a lawyer, but when I heard this, I knew Tiffany's story was in trouble. First, Tiffany saw she was at home. She was at home all day, but the IO said she came back to her apartment at 4 a.m. on the 14th, alone, telling the security guard that she was there to refresh and change the clothes before heading back to the police station. Now, in her affidavit, she never mentioned this. Actually, she never went back to the police station because the lead IO doesn't have that information that she came by to the police station. When she was asked, the lead IO said, when I asked her, she said, after everything happened, like after trying to find out where the baby was, and making the statement with her family at the police station. They went back to her mom's house. She slept at her mom's house, but imagine 4 a.m. she came. That's what the security officer said. Security officer said she was dropped by an unknown car to me. That's the security officer at the gate. She was dropped there. She came in and she told me what she told me, and then I asked her if she can assist me to check all the cars that are coming out of the complex that are going out to check. And then she said yes. She went back to her flat, and then around I think around 5:47 she came out, and she told the security officer, the security guard at the gate, that her bolt has arrived and she is rushing back to the police station. And the security officer said, I asked her if she is going to help me now, and then she said no, I had to rush back to the to the police station. Something funny that doesn't make sense is the security guard said, when I looked around, I didn't see a car. Yes, it was a bit darker, but I could have seen the lights, But when I looked around, there was no car. I saw her walking towards the darkness and she disappeared. She disappeared in the darkness. Now, why leave that out of her affidavit? That's a red flag the size of Johannesburg. Then there's evidence. The state found blood on Jayden's bed, at the pillow, okay? And I think the red jacket that she was wearing. And Tiffany says, impossible. That wasn't there. When police searched my place on the 14th, it couldn't be there. But the IO says it was there. And I'm like thinking, girl, you either lying or the police missed the crime scene. Either way, it's not looking good, I must say.
The first time I had see someone taking notes in that vigorous manner, taking notes of everything the state is saying. Why is it? Is it to counter it? There's so many discrepancies between the state's case and her case, her affidavit on Friday. I also asked the question, initially in her affidavit, she stated she didn't have airtime, she didn't have data to contact the transport. And today we hear that she contacted her mom in her statement that she gave to SAPS. From whose phone did she contact her mom? She also sort of alleges that she was planted. A lot of the stuff was planted and there was many people in and out. I am saying, did she open up a case of housebreaking if someone had illegally entered her premises? The fact that she came home at 4 a.m. in the morning. Now, if I can remember correctly, the time when this boy went missing, it was freezing cold during that time. For someone to leave a place of residence, and if her family was taking care of her, why did she come alone to her flat? Why didn't anyone accompany her in terms of just supporting her to come and get clothes? She says she came to freshen up. She also made an indication to the security guard saying that she will personally help him search every vehicle the next morning. An hour and a half after she arrived at the complex, she then leaves in a rush and tells the security, I cannot help search, but I'm going to the police station. But in her statement, she says she left the premises to her mom's place. So there's a lot of contradicting statements right now. But for me, I think in my mind, I know the verdict. I just want to know why.
So now if we follow the order of events, Tiffany said she was working from home and the child didn't arrive at around 3:30, the time that he normally comes back from school. But she never alerted the security guard immediately, or maybe go and check with the security guard, like it's like 4 o'clock or 4:30 and my son is not back. have you seen her, whatever. She didn't do that. She said she was working from home. She didn't have airtime. What she did was to call her mom, to tell her mom to call the transport guy, Mr. Kumalo, and try to find out if the child was dropped at the gate. And from there, at I think around 7:30, then she went to police station and to open a case. She opened a case, and then they apparently they went to the security that was working day shift at that security tried to find out what happened. That security said Jayden was dropped off by the bus that usually drops him off. I opened the gate with my remote, as I am the only person with a remote. I opened for him. He got into the complex, and I closed the door with the remote as well. And the lead IO said, while the security guard was trying to explain that, the mother jumped in and said, no, it can't be. It's not the truth. It can't be. Fast forward from there, they went to Mr. Kumalo's, the transport guy, house. They went there not only just to interview him, but they checked the house, they searched the house, they couldn't find anything. And Mr. Kumalo explained that they dropped Jayden at the gate, and the boy who was sitting at the front in the kumbi opened up the door for Jayden. And after hearing that, they left. They went to the boy who opened up who opened up the door for Jayden. The boy, they came with the mother to the police. They were waiting at the gate, and the boy explained that as the door of the kumbi it's not working properly, so you cannot open it from the side, from the inside. You can only open it from the outside. So the boy opened for Jayden. Jayden was wearing a red jacket, corroborating what the security said at the one who was at duty, and Mr. Kumalo. He was wearing a red jacket. The boy said, I opened up for him. He went into the complex, and as the gate was closed, after the gate was closed, we then left with the transport. But the mother said, no, my son never came. And then, like I was saying, if the child is not at home, why would you choose to go and sleep at your mom's place? Why do you do that? And apparently, the lead IO said we dropped them around. The police, because he was not there by then. The police who were attending to her, they escorted her because they were using different cars. So I think they were in their own car, but they were escorted by police. So the police escorted them to the gate of where they stay in Swazi Place, and the police left. So they stood there for a while talking to the to the security guard, the one that came at 6 o'clock. His shift was starting at 6 o'clock, so they were talking to that security guard, and they told that security guard what happened, and that security guard noted on his OB, occurrence book, what was said to him. And then they told him that they're not gonna sleep there, they're going to sleep at she's going to sleep at her mom's, and then they left. So another red flag. The first security guard was not alerted. The second one as well. When he comes in, he reads the OB book of what happened earlier on. There was never anything mentioned on the occurrence book. Only at that time, I think at 9:30. No, not 9:30. I think it was around 12 o'clock when the police said the search is over. We'll do another search tomorrow. That was only then that that information was recorded on the occurrence book of the security guard. And it doesn't end there. So the police, the following day, they came with a sniffer dog, and that dog made a discovery. So when the dog enters the bedroom, the first bedroom, in the kitchen, at the walls and on the floors, it didn't react. In the living room, it didn't react. When it enters the first bedroom, we are not sure who's occupying that first bedroom. So the dog made a reaction at the pillow. There was blood on the pillow and the blood droplets, and so they took that pillow, and they took the pillow, and it went for forensic analysis, and it came back positive because they took Jayden's blood as well. So he was a donor, and when they analyze the blood on the pillow and the blood they found on Jayden's mouth, it actually matched. So and then another thing that they found, it was a school bag and the shoes and his top jacket. It was in the wardrobe, but the school bag was outside next to the wardrobe and the shoes. Now the question is, when she went back, to her apartment around 4 o'clock in the morning, why did she go there? Why did she go there? What was the reason for her alone, not with someone, but alone, going back at the apartment around that time? To do what? To check maybe what is left, or to clear up some information? I don't know. I'm asking myself, why she went back to that place. But let's take a listen to Sergeant when he's giving us some more information that we can ponder on.
Location is in Florida.
Now, let's get whose grandmother now.
Grandmother of the deceased is Deborah Dunn.
No, it's okay. Just wanted to clarify if it's the applicant's grandmother or the child's grandmother.
Grandmother of the applicant.
Very well. You may proceed.
According to the security that was on duty,
Yeah, proceed.
the applicant came back at around 4 in the morning alone.
So that we get the dates right. No, let me finish. So that we get the dates right. The child was reported missing on the 13th of May, 2025. This is when now the police, as well as the applicant and her family, went searching for the child, isn't it? Up until midnight, isn't it? Then they reported to the security guard that they're leaving. So now, 12 midnight into the next day is the 14th. Now, when you say the applicant returned around 4, of which date?
On the 14th of May 2025.
According to the security guard.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You may proceed.
The security saw the applicant entering the gate, and the applicant proceeded to the building.
Just a moment. Would you know whether the applicant addressed the security guard or the security guard addressed the applicant at that time?
Can you repeat that?
That's okay. Did they speak to each other? the security guard, did the security guard speak to the applicant, or did the applicant speak to the security guard?
Can I please refresh?
Yes, by all means. Now, referring to the security guard to which the police earlier spoke to.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The night shift guard.
Yes.
He said on Wednesday, 2025, 0514, at about 4 o'clock, the mother of the missing person was dropped off at the gate by the car that is unknown to me.
Yeah, just hold it there so that we record that. Yes?
I opened the gate for her.
Yes, sir.
And she was alone. She told me that she was going to take a bath.
Just hold it there. Yes?
And change her clothes
Yes?
and go back to the police station.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go back to the police station now. And I asked her before she goes to the police station, she must assist me with the searching the vehicles, and she agreed and went to her flat.
Okay, just a moment. Yes, sir.
Can I please carry on with this so that
So it's coherent and understandable.
Yes.
That's fine. Proceed, sir.
And I carried on searching the cars that were coming out from the complex. At about 5:30, that is AM, as I was busy searching the vehicles,
Just a moment. Yes, sir.
the mother of the missing child told me that her boat was outside. And
Just a moment. Told me here what?
she told Bolt or she told
Into
me that
mechanics, I would have misinterpreted it. Bolt.
yes,
Oh, that's fine. The bolt was outside.
yes,
Yeah.
and she needed to go.
Yes, sir.
And the security asked her if she can assist on searching vehicles coming out of the complex. And the applicant said no, she was rushing to the police station.
Okay. Just a moment. Yes, sir.
The security then opened the gate for her. And she walked out to the street and disappeared.
Not into a car. She just walked into the street and disappeared.
According to the security, he didn't see, there was no car outside. It was still dark. If the car was with lights on, he could have seen the car, but there was no car. It just disappeared in the dark.
No, that's fair. That's okay. You may proceed.
Shortly afterwards, the security was approached by one of the residents to the flat.
Yes, sir.
Who informed him that she saw the child lying on the floor of the first floor just after the staircase.